Hello, my name is Alexis Alvarez. This is Module 12 Bibliography Video Summary. So first, I want to mention that the topic that I chose had to do with this module's topic, clinical skills related to diversity. And it's also a topic of many discussions with my meetings with my BCPA because we work with multi-ethnic populations across different socioeconomic statuses and backgrounds. So it's important that we talk about it. We talk about what we can do to incorporate this diversity and inclusion in the care that we provide. So that is what I researched as the articles. So the first article that I want to talk about, it highlighted that again across populations, culture is so different and it means different things to different families. And so the only way that we can find out what culture means to a family is to ask, and obviously to be polite and be respectful and be inclusive. Some families react differently, if what they want to talk about if it doesn't pertain to their child's direct service. You know, why does it matter what holidays we celebrate? And it doesn't. But I want to make sure that I respect that and I don't accidentally say something that might cause some distress or some harm in a relationship. So the first article just discussed how culture varies, being respectful of others' cultures, as obviously we want them to be respectful of ours. In addition to, obviously, this field of ABA deserves more research in different populations across culture, across ethnicity, across nationality, across languages. The second article that I want to discuss was actually led me to a book that I might request my BCBA to order. It's Multiculturalism and Diversity and Applied Behavioral Analysis, Bridging Theory and Application. So in the article, it was a review of the book, but it discussed, again, diverse perspectives, cultural responsiveness, cultural responsibility, service responsibility in the field of ABA. So again, it looks different when we're talking about including culture into a client's treatment. I don't want to overstep. Again, how important is it that something like the client sits with their family at dinner? That is part of their culture. That's part of their tradition. That's part of their family. That's important for me to teach the child. And I need to know that by having an open and honest conversation with my clients' families. Another part of the book was, or of the review, was putting an emphasis again on more research needs to be done on the relationship between cultural awareness and that relationship between the provider and the stakeholder. And obviously the research is limited, but we can practice it again. There's mention of the 3 dimensions of cultural competence: awareness, knowledge, and skills. And so that's another area that I would want to research is, just more inclusivity, more diversity, more acknowledgement that I am different than my clients' families. And that's good. That's a good thing. But I don't want to teach the client my culture. I want to teach them their family's culture, their traditions. Like I said, the way that their family is, if that is something that's important to the stakeholder. The last article is really parent focused. Parent focused interventions, parent focused in relation to diversity and inclusion, multiculturalism. Let's see. again, it's more of the discussion of inclusivity. And I'm sure across the United States, across the world, inclusivity looks different. Like I mentioned before, some populations, some groups of people, just the way that they do things, we don't talk about religion, we don't talk about politics, we don't, you know what I mean? But it still is important to keep an open dialogue about um, diversity. Um, so overall, the topic of clinical skills related to diversity, the research that I did was just overall to educate oneself as much as possible with how to be culturally respectful, culturally responsible, culturally inclusive, you know, in diversity, multiculturalism, all of those aspects of what it means to be inclusive, to always practice that, have a respectful, open dialogue. And um, I remember there is a separate thought in my head of you can read as much as you want about a different culture, you can watch videos about it, but to take the time to have a conversation with someone from that culture, from that group, from that population is so valuable. So overall, this is something that I will continue to talk about with my clinic director because um, we see it every day. My culture is different than her culture. Um, so overall, it was a very interesting topic to research. It's something that I'm very interested in and very passionate about. Um, so it definitely led me down a rabbit hole, a good one, of doing more research. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.